Now that I think about it, the Sylvan Watchers faction isn't too stacked on my account. Some notable champions that we've got here is Lemon AC the Goldwing, which is a free login champion from a while back. I say a while back, but less than a year ago. Don't get me wrong, she's really good, but there's always room for more. Alpha Autumnborn is amazing with all of the buffs that she brings in. The block debuffs buff, increasing speed, and cleansing, a 75% chance. Single target revive, and some heals at the start of their turns. We've also gotten the increased ally speed in all battles by 19%. Cowlight's another good one too, a little bit more niche. His passive active effect whenever the champion's turn meter is dropped below 25% because of the enemy team's turn meter reduction effect. You then place a block debuffs buff on himself for 2 turns and then grants an extra turn. So he is definitely a nuker because his A2 is a single target multi-hit, ignoring unkillable and block damage buffs, as well as 50% of the target's defense. He's pretty darn good if you're going up against champions that have unkillable and block damage. Speaking of which, he would be a pretty darn good counter for Hilvi comps in Arena, which she's like absolutely everywhere, so maybe I should build him up pretty soon. Mist Rider is really good. Diana Gloom Piercer is another good one, and Crowden the Blue. Dude in the Runic brings in like shield buffs on all allies, taunt, strengthen, and counter attacks. If I'm missing any other good Sylvan Watchers, oh yes, and then Ruella for Fire Knight specifically with the multi-hits on basically every single attack. But if I miss any other good notable Sylvan Watcher champions that I have on my roster, give it a little comment down below. Even though I've been saving up quite a bit on my main account, there's a Sylvan Summon pool active at the moment, and the event ends in about 3 days at the time of the recording. So we have headline champions with the Raya the Morn, one of the newer champions in the Web of Corruption, literally the event dungeon boss, and Blade Chorister Kaldor, which is one of those faction leaders. Increasing ally crit rate and ally speed in all battles, only applying it to Sylvan Watchers in specific. But what I'm really looking at are Estrade and Padrig. I have Padrig on my free-to-play account, and I've absolutely been loving him. I wouldn't mind collecting him just because of all of the buffs that he brings in, especially his passive. And Estrade because she is one of the dream champions that I've always wanted. Crazy support with a bunch of buffs and crazy control with a decreased speed and weaken. 28% ally speed in arena battles with her aura, and has a small chance of sleeping with her A1. She did a nice little hair flip at the end there for us, huh? So those are the champions that I'm really hoping for. We've got quite a bit of shards, so let's hope for at least one legendary. I would be absolutely thrilled for that. Mist Rider and Ruella, dude, and Cryoden. Cryoden I already have fully like +4 empowered, but we could probably work on that with Mist Rider, and definitely Ruella. First 10 pull, nothing crazy, no legendaries at all, but we got 2 copies of Ruella, Mist Rider, and Crowden the Blue. Dude in the Runic as well, so good for empowerment. We can fully fill out our faction guardian. A few more single pulls, we kind of oh my god! No! I really thought that it was going to be Padrig for a second there. He was really barky. At least it wasn't a dupe legendary champion, though. I say no, but he's still really good. A team-wide revive, bringing them up with 40% HP and 25% turn meter. Increases accuracy buff, increased defense buff on all allies. And if no allies were revived by this skill, grants this champion an extra turn. So his A2 places a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, and at an 80% chance to place a perfect veil buff on all allies, except for himself, and fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Oh my gosh, is there more? Sweet, his A1, if the target you are hitting has 50% HP or less, the freeze debuff cannot be resisted. And we kind of have another increased attack stacking on top of your team with this passive Thaw Might. Allies under a perfect veil buff placed by Meltwater deals 10% more damage, while dealing 10% more damage to enemies under veil or perfect veil buffs. My gosh, with a 19% ally speed in all battles increasing too. There's no way we get another legendary off of like 4 more summons. Either way, I'm happy. I mean, it took us 11 summons to get the legendary, which is like pretty average. I mean, that's when you're supposed to hit it anyways. Supposed to, in quotes. I've definitely did like 15 summons and not gotten a single legendary off of this. All right, one more, last one. I cast a spell on you, Plarium. Give me Estrid. Give me flippin' Estrid, and I will keep buying shards. Oh my god, my first faction unity champion. Oh my god, you guys. Dude, what? Let me look down here. The faction allies removing all buffs from enemies if the initial target is killed. 2 faction allies will ignore 5% of the target's defense for each poison debuff on them and each continuous heal buff on this champion. 3 faction allies, if the initial target is under a poison debuff, also attacks other enemies. The damage dealt is proportional to the initial target's max HP and how many poison debuffs are on him. Can we spam poison debuffs on Blade Chorister? The A1 is an AoE attack. Oh my gosh. If we have like ally attack, which we do, Gloom Piercer, we are going to be golden. You guys, we got a huge upgrade to our Sylvan Watchers. 2 legendaries out of today's summons, and I can't believe we got the faction unity champion, my very first one. So again, this brings in an additional 15% speed in all battles for only to Sylvan Watchers, and then increasing ally crit rate in all battles by 25%. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely amazing. This is really nice since I can still stack Elva and Meltwater on the same team for my supports, and we can kind of phase out the Ayla life raid. We already have the block debuffs buff with Elva, so this actually works out pretty well. I'm not too sure what we're going to be running now though. Obviously, Caldor, Meltwater, Elva, definitely Lemonisi. Then the last one, I don't really know if we would do Cowlight or end up bringing in Diana just for the A2 in specific. Plus, she has the decreased defense, which we'll most likely need with this team. I mean, you always kind of want that anyways. Oh, I am so happy. We are definitely going to be finishing out the Sylvan Watchers Faction Wars real soon. Let's see how far we are into it at the moment. Sylvan Watchers. Oh, I already have it finished out actually. So we'll be prepped for hard mode then. Speaking of faction wars, I want to try to finish this stage 21 with 3 stars. Back to the boss for like the 50th time, even though we're gonna cut out a lot of my tries with the boss here. Just know that it's not the 50th time, but pretty dang close to it. And it would probably work a lot better if I just like 6-starred some of these champions instead of banging my head against the wall and doing it over and over and over again. Basically the same thing. I have a problem. Don't ask me questions, okay? Anyways, the strat here is to save my revive with Gore Grab as long as possible, even if there's 1 or 2 champions that are dead. Oh no, not the Fabian. Why? Actually, this is a 5-turn cooldown, so I can probably survive by getting Fabian up right here, right now. Better earlier than too late, and I won't be able to get the Gore Grab skill up anytime soon. soon. So here we can probably auto for a short little while until it gets a little bit closer to Gorgrab's cooldown on his A3. Yeah, basically, we're gonna try to get everybody revived up and dandy before the boss ends up killing us again. It's really nice that we have the revive, but whenever we revive, they just die again by the boss whenever he ends up smacking us. He just does so much damage. For the most part, all of our champions are at least 2-shot. Battle maybe can sustain 3 shots. But everybody else is super uber squishy. All right, so we have one more turn until Gorgrab's revive skill is up. Bang! Bad L is getting targeted this time around. Uh-oh. And he's actually feared, so that's not really good. I don't want to use his A2. He might die in this instance unless we can decrease the turn meter quite a bit, but unfortunately, we were not able to do that. Oh, here we go. We got some heals in. Okay, auto a little bit more. And then jump! Wait, this one might be it. We might finally do it. A part of me wants to do the 25% heal, but I don't think it will save the Aethel. Plus, the Aethel has the 2 continuous heal buffs that are going to pop before the boss can actually fight. And it didn't really do too much, so she might die anyways. But we're still gonna save. We're gonna greed the revive on Gorgrab. Boom. A little bit of the heals from Battle. Let's try to chop him up a little bit more, and Aethel is dead. Okay, in this case, I think we can greed the Gorgrab's heal or revive one more round. That way, we can chunk the damage down a little bit more in hopes of the boss not actually taking down the champion that we end up reviving. All right, yeah, we greed one more round. This might be cutting it a little bit too close here. Uh-oh. Is the boss going to die before we get to go again? That is the real question. Pop him once. Please. Don't die, Mr. Bossy Boss. I don't think he dies here. Yes, he doesn't die. No, but we get stunned. Oh my god. Bedell, don't die. Okay, please, Fabian. I need you to not really do all that much damage. You too, Battle. Not that much damage. Oh no, this might kill the boss here. Woo! I wish I could skip. Because he dies here if I end up killing him. I greeded a little bit too much, and we could have done a full clear here. Oh boy. Darn it. I just didn't want to revive and then have them instantly killed by the boss's attack. Oh, next week. Next week we got it for sure. As long as I get these guys to 6 stars or maybe replace one of these champions with a secondary battle, and we wouldn't really have to worry that much about timing these abilities. 2 stars away from finishing out the Undead Horde. Dang it. Oh, we got a free redraw. Legendary book. Come on. Legendary book for good measures. Oh, no. Don't forget to download my link down below to get yourself these set of amazing champions that'll help you push through raid super quick early on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.